So I recently came across a video which talked about how to stop procrastinating, and I found it quite interesting and useful. And so today I'll go deeper into it. And so firstly, what is procrastination? And so it's actually a form of stress relief, where we try and avoid tasks to, decrease our stress. And there's been so many times where I've been trying to complete and finish a task, but I just ended up not doing them or getting off or I just end up getting into another direction. And so I remember this time when I had a history exam. I think it was about it was quite recently actually. I think it was maybe 2 months ago, and I had my history test the day after, and it was about things like it was about Germany before World War II and about Hitler's rule. And I had to memorize some of the key terms and some of the key dates. So, for example, when did the Reichstag fire happen and things like that. And so I had to go memorize those terms, but I ended up just spending my whole day not revising at all when I had like 5 till 10 o'clock, and I ended up playing with my friends and playing a bit of games and just doing whatever to stop myself from revising. And I just ended up not being able to do anything, and I got quite a bad score on the test. And so I guess it really showed me how big of an impact procrastination had, and how I would do so much better if I was able to just stay on topic and just focus and do my revision. And so procrastination is actually a habit, and it's not so you're not like a procrastinator, but it's like you learn to procrastinate and you form a habit of it over time. And when I was younger, I always thought that if I just thought that I was bad at concentrating and I would just never really be good at starting a task. But now I just always try and practice trying to start tasks immediately, and I've been able to get better and try and like get rid of my procrastination. And so there's actually science to break this habit. And so habits are made of 3 parts. So firstly is the trigger. So the trigger for procrastination is the stress. And for my history exam, the trigger would be just stress and too much work, that I feel like I have to go and avoid it and play with my friends and do whatever else. And next is the pattern that you repeat. So that is just avoiding the task, which is procrastination. And then finally the rewards for avoiding that task. And so so for me the reward was just comfort of not doing my task and being able to enjoy something else, which is not revising. But and so to get rid of it, you can't deal with the trigger, because you're always going to feel stressed and about something. You can't really get rid of stress completely. So what you should deal with is the pattern that you repeat, which is avoiding the work. And so to do that, there's actually a few steps. So firstly the first one is to first acknowledge that stress is always going to be there. And once you acknowledge it, you stop trying to fight it, I guess, and stop trying to run away from it, and you confront it, and you start facing your tasks. 2 is to just count down, so from 5. So I think it's really helpful just counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because it sort of gives like a mental launch button, I guess, for you to really start your task. And it also interrupts the habit of your procrastination, where just counting down simply it just stops you from just going and switching to another task and just avoiding what you're supposed to be doing. And finally is to just start a tiny bit and just tell yourself you're going to work for 5 minutes. And what most people do is they just keep going, because it's easier to continue with the task that you're doing than to start a completely new one, even if that new task is going to be something like playing games or doing something that's more enjoyable. And so, yeah, I think overall the main points to take away is that procrastination is a habit, and so you can break it. And yeah, some ways to fix it are to firstly acknowledge the stress and to count down, because it really helps you launch into your task, and then to just start for 5 minutes. I hope you learned something from this talk, and hopefully you can use it later in life as well. Thank you for listening.